Visegrad Group countries, plus Bulgaria, Croatia, Slovenia and Romania, received around €157 billion, of which €63 billion was allocated only to Poland. The share of cohesion policy in pro-development investments of the public sector in most of V4+4 countries exceeded 30%. Cohesion policy is therefore the important factor that drives development of Central and Eastern Europe.
Cohesion policy was an important instrument which enabled carrying out key investments in Visegrad Group and Bulgaria, Croatia, Romania and Slovenia. Countries of Central and Eastern Europe have been growing faster than the EU on average. The average GDP growth in the V4+4 countries in 2007 to 2015 was 2.4%, compared to 0.72% in EU. Unemployment rate in the V4+4 countries decreased by 3.8 percentage points from 10.7% to 6.9%, and it is currently below the EU average. Employment rate in 2016 increased by 6.4 percentage points comparing to 2006 and reached 64%, which was close to the EU 28 average. Since the EU accession, Poland's average annual growth rate in 2004 to 2016 stood at 3.8%, whereas in the EU 28 it was only 1.2%. In 2006 to 2015, GDP per capita increased from 50.6% to 68.5% of the average EU 28 level. Voivodeships have narrowed the development gap to other regions of the EU 28. The largest Polish voivodeships recorded the strongest improvement of their GDP position as compared to the EU average. Apart from Mazowieckie voivodeships, Dolnośląska and Wielkopolskie voivodeships also joined the group of phasing out regions in 2015. In 2015, GDP per capita in all regions has exceeded 45% of the EU 28 average.
Poland focuses on innovation. The state may actively participate in creating the knowledge-based economy by setting investment priorities.
Building up Poland's capacities in area of R&D and innovativeness was one of the main priorities of Cohesion Policy 2007 to 2013 intervention. A stable group of 6,000 innovative industrial companies was formed in Poland. In the years 2013 to 2015, these companies increased their expenditures on innovative activity to nearly 7 million Polish zloty new per year, the budget comparable with the EU 28 average. In the years 2010 to 2015, expenditure on innovative activity in Poland ranged from 27 to 39 billion Polish zloty new. 14.7% of the total expenditure was spent within projects financed by the EU funds. Change in the structure of expenditures for innovative activity was reflected in increase in expenditures on own research and development together with reduction in the expenditures for the purchase of machines and equipment. The estimated impact of cohesion policy on the indicator of expenditure on innovative activity was the highest in eastern Poland. The percentage of high-tech exports in total exports has been growing steadily. In the years 2007 to 2015, it increased by 5.5 percentage points, from 3% to 8.5%. R&D expenditure has been growing much faster than GDP. In 2007, gross domestic expenditure on research and development accounted for 0.57% of GDP, whereas in 2015, the indicator was almost 2 times higher, 1% of GDP. Cohesion policy resulted in a structural change of expenditure on R&D activity, increasing the role of the enterprise sector in total expenditure. Cohesion policy strongly supported the employment growth in R&D sector. Between 2007 and 2014, the number of technology parks in Poland has increased almost threefold, while the number of technological incubators has increased by half. Only because of ESF support, 248,000 new enterprises were established in 2008 to 2015. Almost 1 in 10 companies set up in that period was established with co-financing from Cohesion Policy. Cohesion Policy helped to reduce labour productivity gap between Poland and EU 28. As a result, we are able to produce more and save time. The example of Visegrad Group presents the positive impact of cohesion policy. Estimated total economic benefits to the EU 15 from the implementation of the cohesion policy in the Visegrad Group in 2007 to 2015 amounted to approximately €97 billion. Cohesion policy in its current form is beneficial both to supported beneficiaries in the V4 and to the EU 15 co-financing the intervention. According to the estimations, every €1 spent on cohesion policy 2007 to 2013 in the V4 by EU 15 brought their economies 80 cents of additional economic benefits.